Earth signs, some long-standing journey that you have been on that might have been quite internal seems to be coming to a head this week. It seems like there might have been some pain caused to you by somebody in your circle unexpectedly turning on you or just not acting to support you as you expected. There's some kind of negative, painful experience here that you've had to master within. Jupiter there in the 8th house of your psyche. The keyword's manipulation, but Jupiter is all about expansion. So this was a catalyst to really have you go within and look at your psyche. And ultimately it was beneficial, but you might have been feeling that this has been a lot of work that you've been doing on yourself without any rewards in sight until now. The time has come really where you have healed this pain, whatever it is, and you are sailing off now into new, fresh territory where things are a lot calmer. And this is your moment where you are removing obstacles. You are grounding a new belief in yourself or a new life, and you're moving forward fearlessly. Earth magic there. So there may be some unseen elements that come to light this week that were, as indicated, were being hidden from you, or it feels like you really have been working on something alone, in the dark, as it were. But the time is coming to find out more. So what does the universe want to tell us about this situation? Look, this really is a big turning point at the moment. You are showing up here as having very strong boundaries and being very cool and clear-headed, logical. There is another card here of friendships. This isn't always friends in a positive sense. It is my card of overindulgence. Too many people, it can be a bit gossipy, like drunken, loose lips, just saying too much, being kind of negative, bringing out the worst in people is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. So you might have experienced a bit of that in your past, and you've had to kind of stand alone and say no, thank you to that. But this is your moment where you will have some form of triumph, and I'm not saying it's like nah, but just some inner sense of, I have come a long way, baby. You're feeling really good about where you are now because of all this work you've done. It is a plot twist that is coming your way this week that is going to relieve this burden of all these wands. It's the end of you carrying this on your own, whatever this is. And no longer will you be blinded to what's going on, kept in the dark. I cannot believe that we got this out. This kind of blindfold metaphor out twice. I mean, I can believe it. So in reverse, this is saying no longer will you be stymied by not being privy to all the information that you need, not having enough information, which is swords, to make a decision to move. It's kind of being stuck. This is your week of being unstuck, and unfuckable with is what I heard. Don't quote me on it. Well, do quote me on it. Please tell us a bit more, universe. Fucking hell, look at this. So this is emotional unity. Now it could be between two people, so it could be a reconciliation, but it could just be emotional contentment within yourself because you have reconciled two opposing elements within your psyche, because of all this inner work that you have been doing with Jupiter in your 8th house of the psyche there and of transformation. So this could be just you feeling really emotionally at peace with yourself. And look, you're showing up, you are an earth sign, you're showing up now as the queen on your throne, male or female. You are there kind of sitting pretty. You are confident, you are receptive, and you know your worth. You've just got nothing that you want or need, which is a beautiful vibe coming off this 2 of Cups here. But that's not all. You've got the 10 of Cups flanking this Queen of Pentacles. So this says ultimate joy and happiness and love, usually with someone else, like in the context of a family, or just the pinnacle of loving yourself. It does really smack of somebody else, I must admit, but yeah, this is really beautiful energy. So are there any warnings here? What is your guidance of energy to lean away from and lean towards here? Well, lean away from keeping the peace. This is the 5 of Wands, the card of conflict, but it's in reverse. And it's asking you to lean away from conflict avoidance. from just cooperating to keep the peace. You don't want to be doing that. So you will want to be enacting your boundaries and keeping your mental faculties and your voice, your spoken communication and written, sharp, clear, concise, boundaries high. Don't be going and making peace for the sake of it. Don't be a pushover. Lean towards the Eight of Cups in reverse. This is interesting. So if you have a fear of change, and if you are typically an avoidant person, really lean into noticing when you are triggered in that regard. Because really it is the time now to embrace those defense mechanisms so you can dispatch them once and for all, is what I'm picking up. Let's get some clarity on there as well. Well, interestingly enough, you are also being guided to lean towards not pursuing stability, pursuing independence, leaving home, even arguments is on this card. So it seems like a very robust discussion is called for to really maximize this opportunity here. To be the Queen of Pentacles is sort of saying, hold on to your worth, know that you are the Queen of Pentacles, and demand to be treated as such, and don't accept any kind of half-hearted or half-assed gesture here or emotional reconciliation. You've also been given the card that says independence. This is the moon, or the emotions, in the 11th house of hopes and wishes and groups, friend groups, etc. So really pay attention to what your emotions are telling you about your hopes and dreams for the future, and be prepared to express those hopes about your future, your emotional future. That seems to be the message here. So it is about being very forthright. It is about expressing your boundaries, expressing what you know you're worth, and holding out for that. There is big, grand love on offer for you, so why not accept it? Deep emotions. So you might be a bit shocked at the emotions coming up. Unknown feelings. So yeah, you might really be taken by surprise. Past life influences. This might feel like someone you've had a past life connection with. Hence the depth of the emotions that come up. And it might be with the other person. The other person might be a bit shocked by their emotions as well. But it does feel like a real breakthrough. Removing obstacles, remember. So there is a real breakthrough and a change possible. It is about staying true to what your heart desires, what you desire for your future, how you want it to look. What does stability look like to you? It is coming for you. It is coming for you in the most beautiful way. But there's something here about, don't just be a pushover. You have to stand up for this. Stand up for yourself and really remember what your heart desires and use that as your North Star. If you'd like a personal reading on this topic or any other, go to my website, abundancelovejoy.com. Meanwhile, this is Sarah, wishing you much abundance, love and joy for the week ahead and beyond.